Today, I'm going to share the incredible story of Jaya and Vijaya, two divine gatekeepers of Vaikuntha whose fall from grace became a journey of unexpected devotion through hatred. Once, the four great sages, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara, journeyed to Vaikuntha, the eternal abode of Lord Narayana, with pure hearts and a desire to worship him. They passed swiftly through 6 of the 7 gates, but as they approached the 7th, they were stopped by 2 radiant gatekeepers, Jaya and Vijaya. Though divine in form and dressed with great elegance, they spoke harshly and said, "You cannot enter." The rishis looked at them in silence. These were beings who had stood in the presence of the Lord, and yet they spoke with ego and arrogance. Ignoring their words, the sages tried to proceed again. But once more, Jaya and Vijaya blocked them, this time placing their staffs in front, repeating, "You cannot enter." Now anger stirred in the hearts of the rishis. Calmly they said, "You have forgotten humility. Your pride has grown in the shadow of the Lord's grace. For insulting good men, you shall fall. We curse you to be born in Buloka, the world ruled by Kama, Krodha, Mada, and all other impurities. You will be far from Narayana, whom you now serve." Jaya and Vijaya were horrified. They fell at the sages' feet, pleading, "Forgive us. Don't send us away from our Lord." The rishis, though compassionate, said, "The curse cannot be undone, but it can be softened. You shall be born with intense hatred for Narayana. Yet that hatred will keep your minds fixed on him always. Even through enmity, you will remain connected to the divine." "Hatred for the Lord?" they cried, hands on their ears. "That is a sin beyond imagination." At that moment, Lord Narayana appeared. The rishis bowed before him. Jaya and Vijaya clung to his feet, their tears soaking his lotus-like feet. The Lord said, "They did not recognize your greatness. Your curse is just. The mistake of a servant is the burden of the master, so on their behalf, I ask your forgiveness." Turning to Jaya and Vijaya, he said, "I could remove the curse, but I will not. The word of Brahma Rishis must be honored. You will be born 3 times in Puloka. Once, Krodha will rule your actions. Then Kama will cloud your hearts. And in your final birth, Mada will blind you with arrogance. But listen carefully. Each time you will be slain by me and only me. Your hatred will become your bond to me. This is Sambhrama Yoga, the yoga of intense focus through opposition. And after 3 births, you shall return to me." Even in separation, the Lord promised reunion. Such is his compassion that even hatred directed toward him becomes a path to liberation. The Lord then vanished. And just as he said, they were born on earth. In Satya Yuga, they were born as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, driven by Krodha. Varaha destroyed Hiranyaksha, and Narasimha tore down Hiranyakashipu. In Treta Yuga, they returned as Ravana and Kumbhakarna, consumed by Kama. Both were slain by Sri Rama. And in Dvapara Yuga, they became Shishupala and Dantavakra, ruled by Mada and were killed by Sri Krishna. And finally, they returned to Vaikuntha, to the Lord whose feet they never truly left.